أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Living with the glorious Qur'an. Yesterday we started a discussion on 3 verses from Surah Al-Imran. آمنوا بالذي أنزل على الذين آمنوا وجه النهار واكفروا آخره لعلهم يرجعون ولا تؤمنوا إلا لمن تبع دينكم. That a party of the people of the book said, believe in what was revealed unto those who believe at the opening of the day, and disbelieve at the end thereof, in order that they may return, and do not believe except one who follows your religion. The scholars said that the rabbis were instructing the laity not to follow any except one who professes their religion. That actually this religion of Muhammad is a new religion. It has no relationship with what you had of the Torah. In short, he has come to abrogate some of those things that were contained in the Torah. So do not believe in what anybody would say about religion except one who professes your own religion. And yu'ta ahadun, that's another reading of that verse, that somebody is given what similar of what was given unto you. The rabbis told the laity that that is not the case in the situation that we have found ourselves. Has Muhammad brought anything like that which was given to Moses, for example? Has he made the sea to split asunder? Does he have a staff as Moses had? He has not brought anything similar of what was given to Moses. So we are not speaking of one and the same thing. Do not accept except one who follows your religion. أو يحاجوكم عند ربكم, or that they may argue with you about it in the presence of your Lord. They may argue against you in the presence of your Lord. Meaning, if the Yehudi community continue to reject the message, on the day of judgment, the Ummah of Muhammad will not be able to argue with them or against them that they knew he was a prophet sent by God and they rejected him. But if they continue to reject what he brought, nobody would argue with them that they knew what he was and rejected him. All this is part of what the rabbis were saying to the laity. That is an interpretation of the verses. Another interpretation is that the words of the rabbis ended when they said وَاغْفِرُوا آخِرَهُ. That was the end. But any other thing that follows, according to these scholars, was what the Muslims said. وَلَا تُؤْمِنُوا إِلَّا لِمَنْ تَبِعَ دِينَكُمْ. They said Allah, according to this set of scholars, Allah was speaking to the Muslims. And do not follow or do not accept except one who follows your religion. قُلْ إِنَّ الْهُدَى هُدَى اللَّهِ. Say, the guidance is Allah's. And, O Muhammad, say, أَن يُؤْتَ أَحَدٌ مِثْلَ مَا أُوتِيتُمْ. That anyone is given the like of that which was given unto you. No one has been given anything like the Qur'an, because the Qur'an supersedes any other scripture. In the other interpretation, it refers to the Torah. But the second position we are taking of the scholars, that these words were addressed to the Muslims, it refers to the Qur'an. That no one was given something similar to what was given to you, the Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as the Qur'an supersedes any other scripture sent by Allah. And as the Yahud claimed that even in the presence of Allah, they would argue with the Muslims concerning the prophethood of Muhammad and what was given to the Muslims. Now, this position, the second that we are taken, since they said they are the sons of Allah and His loved ones, and they would argue with the Muslims about that in the presence of Allah, that He would not punish them because they are His sons and His loved ones. The Muslims are urged not to worry, since the bounty is in Allah's hand and He would bestow it unto whom He pleases. Now, these are all the positions of scholars, but the best, and Allah knows what is the best, is this position. This position, which is the best, and I said Allah knows the best, is that these verses are a cocktail of assertions by different parts of people. Part will be for the rabbis, the Muslims, and the rebuttal by Allah against all that they have said. It started by the words of the Yahud: believe in what was revealed unto those who believe in the morning, and disbelieve at the end thereof. The beginning of the day and at the end thereof disbelieve. And do not follow or do not believe except one who follows your religion or your scripture. These are part of the words of the Yahud. And the rebuttal, Allah informed the Muslims that the guidance is Allah's and the bounty is His. Since guidance is Allah's and He leads to the straight path whom He will, the Yahud have not succeeded in their plan. It has failed because Allah has guided the Muslims and they have not been fooled by the fact that they would come in the morning as Muslims and in the evening they are disbelievers. And that will not on the day of judgment prevent them from what they dread, that the Muslims would argue against them in the presence of Allah, that they recognized the last messenger that He has sent and refused to believe in it. So the entire plan of making people to go out of Islam has failed because it was foiled by Allah by the revelation of these verses that we have taken from yesterday to today. Believe in what was revealed to the believers at the opening of the day and disbelieve at the end thereof, in order that they may return, and do not believe except in one that follows your religion. The guidance is Allah's and He guides whom He will. This is what the scholar said about these verses that we have taken, and inshallah tomorrow we shall take on the next verse, verse number 75 in our study of Al-Imran, the exegesis of the verses in Living with the Glorious Qur'an. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.